Have you ever wondered how to decide who the right people are on your team that you should be spending time with as a leader? Well, in today's episode of the Your Virtual Upline Podcast, we've got another Biz Tip Friday, and I'm going to be answering that exact question for you. Here's what I want to let most of you know up front. You've been making a huge mistake in this area. See, I get asked this question quite a bit in our business, and here's the thing that I find is there are so many leaders in this profession that as their team begins to grow, they spend the majority of their time working with the wrong people, and that's one of the biggest reasons why their business stops growing. It's also a reason why people get so frustrated because we wind up investing time into people that aren't really doing anything with the information and advice we give them. So here's the big piece of advice I'd like to give you today as your virtual upline. As a leader, you must learn how to work with those on your team that deserve your support, not those that need your time. Such a huge thing to understand. Work with those that deserve your support, not those that need your time. Now, what's the difference? Well, there's one word, and that word is commitment. See, commitment is the number one thing that we have to look for as a leader so that we can determine where we spend our time. Because here's what we realize. Time is our most precious asset. The bigger your team grows, the more demands you will have on your time, the more people that will because let's be honest, there's always going to be someone there needing your time, wanting your time, asking for that call, asking for that support. At some point as a leader, we have to start asking ourselves this important question. Did this person earn our time? Do they deserve our support? Because the thing is this, when we talk about commitment, what does that mean? Well, commitment basically is measured through one thing. That's action. Look, anybody will tell you they want to be successful. They're tired of being stuck. They want to create a better life for themselves. Like everybody will say that to you. But the question is, how many people are actually willing to follow through and do something about it? See, as a leader, you have to listen, stop listening to what people are saying and watch what they're doing. See, that's how you measure commitment. You measure commitment through action. And the reality is this. If someone is not willing to commit to their own business by facing their fears and getting past their self-doubt and doing the work, it's not fair for you to commit your time to their business, right? I'm not going to commit my time to your business if you're not willing to do anything, because every minute that I spend with someone like that, investing into them, knowing that all they're going to do is fall back into that same pattern of not taking action because they're struggling with their fear, they don't really have that desire to go out and do the work, I just robbed someone else of that minute on my business. Or how about this? That could have been a minute that I could have been spending with my family or enjoying or doing something that I love. See, here's the thing I hear a lot. People say, Bob, I give too much. My problem is I give too much. I say, no. That's never the problem. Because if you're giving to the right people, it's impossible to give too much. See, the problem is this. You're giving to the wrong people. See, when giving becomes something that's a negative for you, if you're honest with yourself, it's because you're giving your time too freely without asking yourself that question, does this person deserve my time? See, when we learn how to start saying no, it allows us to start saying yes to things that are much more important to helping us create the business and the life that we want. So here's what I want you to do in your business. I want you to take a look at your team, and I want you to take an inventory of the people that are on your team. And here's what I can almost promise you. At any point in time, there's probably no more than 5 to 10% of the people that are on your team that really deserve your support. And I'm talking about these are the people that don't need their hand held. They don't need you, but here's the thing, they deserve you. See, eventually as a leader, here's what we realize. You're not going to build a huge business and create a business that gives you freedom trying to be something to everyone. You've got to get crystal clear on who these best people are on your team, the ones that are deserving of your support, and you need to start leading those people in an attentional, hands-on way. Because the problem is, the people that deserve your support are oftentimes, they're not going to ask for your time because they don't want to bother you and they don't need it. But what they don't realize is eventually they'll hit a roadblock and they'll struggle because we can never reach our full potential on our own. As a leader, we've got to be that external force that keeps people on track, that challenges them to head in the right direction. And here's the thing, if you're investing your time into those kinds of people, the ROI on that hour you spend with somebody could be extraordinary. See, the reality is some of you you're feeling frustrated because you're investing hours and hours of time in doing these coaching calls and helping people that are not committed. You're trying to drag them across the finish line. You're trying to motivate the unmotivated. Look, you can't get somebody to do something they don't want to do. This is oftentimes also what we call management mode, right? We slip into just leading the simple and the easy people, right? Because there's always going to be one of those people that wants to complain or needs help. But the question that I want you to start asking yourself is, where am I investing that time? And is that part of the reason why I'm struggling? So here's what I want you to take away from this particular lesson. Work with those that deserve your support, not the ones that need your time. Don't be afraid to say no to somebody that's not committed but wants your time. Because here's the thing. Sometimes saying no to them is the very best thing that you can do. Maybe that becomes the wake-up call, right? When we talk about leading with love, which is what in our business, Love, Serve, Grow, this thing we teach, when we talk about leading with love, it means that you're not afraid to say no. Because sometimes saying no to someone, no, you can't get another hour of my time unless you show me that you deserve it. Go out and take action. Go talk to 10 people, then let's get on the phone. But we're not going to get on a Zoom or a phone every week and have this same conversation and have it end up with you doing absolutely nothing. See, when you begin to shift your belief about what your job and your role is as a leader in your business, you start treating your time much differently. And the last thing I'll share with you on this topic is this. If you give your time willingly and freely to anybody that asks for it, that's not you respecting your own time. And if you don't respect your own time, can you really get angry at someone else for not respecting it? See, that's the thing. We start respecting our time. We don't just give it to anybody. We set boundaries. We have expectations. We're looking for a level of commitment. Here's what's so interesting. People start respecting your time as well. They'll be afraid to waste your time because you've made this shift. So that is the answer. How do we decide who to work with, Bob? We'll look for the people on your team that are demonstrating commitment through taking action and are actually coachable and ready and willing for you to give them the necessary support. Look, you'll thank me in advance. Your life will be so much more enjoyable. Your business won't be this constant source of pain and suffering, having to spend time with people that just aren't bringing joy into your life. That's the best part about what we do, is we get to decide the people that we work with. So never forget that. But that's the episode for today. Hey, listen, if you got some value out of the episode here on YouTube specifically, do me a favor, like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We put out new episodes every single week. So with that being said, have a great day, everybody. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.